Hello again, this is your host Pros doing my Let's Play of the Second Sky, and I am teaming with Tendry. I'm just absolutely to the brim with... Okay, so we're doing water skipper stuff with myself, and it's going alright, I think, though it's not this. Okay, so the angle here I probably want is I want to be standing here. Let's actually try this. Yeah, oops. Actually, hold on. There we go. Let's see if this works. The problem, well, no, this should be okay, because I can just follow the path. Okay. Hopefully this isn't like the end of the world here. Yeah, I sense a problem here. Let's see if I can't mend this. I can... Man. Okay, this is going to be tough, because I need a good angle here in which to begin my assault. I am not going to get it from here. Because I need to have at least a slight free path. Ugh. Let's back up for just a second. I still think I need to... Because I can like use all of this space and it doesn't really matter. Man, is there any way I can sort of like half do this? Like, Okay. This is going to be a problem because I need to preserve at least. So I'm thinking about myself being here. Oh boy. No, I definitely need to begin my attack from this angle. I need to, so I'm going to be occupying, let's put this on map, help me out. I'm definitely going to be occupying this square. It's the only place I can really attack them from. Which means I need to preserve quite a bit of room here. The more the merrier, in fact. I don't really think this is the worst idea I've ever had, to do something like this. Okay. Okay, there we go. Whew. That actually sort of solved itself, because I didn't have a whole lot of options there. Alright, this is where it gets probably weird. This might not be so bad. Oops. Oh, jeez. Do I need all... I need at least two. Well, I have two. Can I just ignore the one? I guess we'll find out, won't we? This is going to be weird, I can already tell. Well, no, I can sort of... man. Nope, I can't do it that way. Am I going to need that third mirror? I can't take both mirrors at the same time. There's no... Right? Okay, I'm just going to assume that I can't have both mirrors. Is there a better way to do this? I can probably... do something like this to save me at least like a... See, the problem here now is that, oh, well, you know what? I might be able to turn this into something if I'm really, really clever. Crap. Okay, that was... that was a tough room, actually. I'm not gonna lie. That was very, very difficult.
Great. Now I'm trapped.
Snow!
Taking my comrade so long. A gallant warrior, yes, but unfortunately, no stalwart.
Well.
Must follow after him. Sigh, oh pitying sigh.
Fun fact, I am completely incapable of writing Toynin stalwart dialogue, so someone else did that. I'm not sure who, but they did an excellent job. No sword here. No, I haven't. Okay, what do these even do? This is very strange. Okay, so I apparently need to lure some things out. You guys don't follow my normal pattern of behavior, though. Okay, so let's get some of these seep all locked away into... actually, getting them locked away is not what I want to do. I want them to, like, get out of the bottom here. I want a lot of... I want them to be convinced that the best thing they can do is to not do this, because I'm going to die. Huh. How do I even kill the seep in this context? Am I just not seeing something? I mean, I can get over... Or maybe get rid of a couple if I do. Oh, they don't go through obstacles? That's very strange. Okay, now I'm really confused. Oh, you know what? This isn't the end of the world. I just need to, like, do it better. Okay, there's one. I, for some reason, was not thinking about these not being... Come on. Oops, you go there. Yeah, wow. You are tired today, Pearls. You are not thinking at all. You, at the top there. Nope, not a good idea. Okay. I don't believe I need these for anything, so I'm just going to just sort of hope. And do this over and over. Yep, just chill there. Ah! Okay. I think I want you there for a second. Come back up here, that's good. Oops, not what I wanted to do, dang it. Get over here, please. Seep sort of follow the weird choices that constructs make, where they don't quite follow the vertical preference rule, and they just sort of pick what they think is best as opposed to what is actually best. Okay, did I mess this all up and I need to actually do this in a weird funny way now? Let's get you caught. Oops. There. This should be exploitable now. Why is it snowing? Why is this awesome DROD music always playing? Okay, you can come back down here. Now I'm going to convince you that the best place you can go is here. Alright. Now I just got to convince these wubbas that the coolest thing they can do is follow me. Come on. You and you. Alright, I don't think anything else weird is going to happen, so I guess that room counts as done. I guess I can turn off my puzzle view here. Oh hey again! I'm Tendry with the spear. Oh dear. Did the stamping? Okay, no, this shouldn't have mattered. Hold on. How did they do this before? Oops. Okay, I don't think I've completely... I can pretty much poke anywhere. Spears are just awesome like that. Okay. I can pierce this guy too, no big deal. I'm sure for efficiency purposes, I've really upset someone. Just gonna keep doing these sort of like side angles because it's hilarious. In how little I have to think about it. Oops. Oops. Okay, that was pretty simple. Hey, Beether, we're all together now. Woo! Oh.
Careful, friend. Our goal appears to be near.
Okay.
Designated feeding time has elapsed. Return immediately to your station.
Please, I haven't seen my wife in weeks. Take me to her, please.
Return immediately to your station. Observation must continue.
Ooh.
Why are you holding us here? Let us go home.
Continued failure to follow the designated
Corrective
schedule
treatment? That seems
will be
fair.
met with corrective treatment. Return immediately to your station.
No need for that. I'm going now.
Okay.
All occupants of hold 8C accounted for.
Such barbaric conditions. I can stand the sight of this no longer. We must free them without delay.
I guess it really is true. It isn't saving the surfacers. If this is the only way to survive the turning.
I mean, it could be dead,
I think
Beethrow.
A1 tipped the world over.
Wow,
I'm
really?
surprised at you, my friend. Where has your valor fled? No matter. A stalwart is never found wanting when it comes to bravery.
I do love bravery and flair.
Come for you, my country.
Wait, Tendry.
He's gone crazy. He's gone
Detected.
mad with power.
Initiating lockdown.
Tendry.
Exterminate.
Ooh, hold on, I think I messed up.
I don't think these constructs are just gonna keep coming. I have to get out of here.
Do I have to complete this room? Is it just optional? Oh, well, fine.
Exterminate. Exterminate.
Oops. Crap. Mistakes were made. Just go this way. Alright, hopefully I don't have to complete that room. Alright, I'm not liking where this is going, so let's see if I can't zip through things really quickly here. And that construct just hangs out just to make sure his countrymen, or whatever you want to call them, stay alive, so that's cute. Let's keep my sword pointing the right way. Not that it really matters, but you never know.
Exterminate.
Oh boy. What is the best way to handle all this? Not gonna work this way. I don't like where this is heading. This is mean. This is very mean.
Exterminate. Exterminate.
Dang it. So close. There we go. Run for it. Ah! Oh, hey, a train. Alright, I'm out of here. Whew, that was tricky and scary. Is the turning going to happen again?
A long time ago, an Empire negotiator had told me that they didn't call these places dungeons. They called them holds, and I think I'm finally beginning to see why.
Come full
But I'm
circle.
also seeing there's not a blind bit of difference. I'd pinned my
I
hopes
didn't
on
actually think about that.
But their solution, to me, it was worse than the turning itself.
Slavery
If I sit back and do
versus
nothing,
death?
The patrons will have the lot of us locked up tight. They'd be poking and prodding us forever for stuff to write in their books. And if somehow I stop the patrons, who else is going to warn everyone? We're back to square one, with even less time to do anything in. Pit thing's gone. No more cryptic advice there.
But that was so fun.
Tendry's gone. I can only hope he got out okay.
Probably not. Probably dead.
So it's just me. Me.
For all we know,
Ralph,
Half is
and
probably
what can
dead
we
too.
do against both the timing
I
and
mean,
the
we just
patronage?
talked to him, but that doesn't mean he's not dead since then.
I've been at this for far too long. Some days, you just want to drift off.
It
Maybe
is like
see
that.
what morning brings.
Probably just stale biscuits. That's what my morning usually brings me. 85 days, that's plenty of time. Gee, it's like a month and a half of pure...
We know we weren't the first empire, not truly. We find their remnants virtually everywhere we dig. Some might even be from different empires entirely, we can't be sure. But for such a widespread people, we've never found anything resembling the heart, the centre by which this empire propelled itself ever outward into the world. Such a find would be grand indeed. Grand and sorrowful. I can think of no greater reminder of how mortal our empire is than to gaze upon the dead and crumbled heart of our ancestors. Some part of me is praying that it does not exist.
I must have been in a depressed mood when I wrote this. I think I was in a pretty depressed mood at this time of my life. Like, weirdly inward and philosophical about, like, what progress is and, like, my place in life and my station in existence and all that. It just... There's sort of a theme here that sort of reflects my, like, I don't know, not quite hopelessness, but there's definitely fatalist themes that I latched onto that Eric came up with the whole Ironk and the turning and things you can't avoid. And fatalism is a hard thing to sort of like deal with because it's like, well, why try so hard if we're just going to lose everything? Well, the whole point of this story is that you don't necessarily need to give up, and treating it as just because it's inevitable doesn't mean you can't work with it or do something about it. But this is an example of like, I don't know, like the wiles of anthropology is you get to see all these people who were great and now are gone, and like that, like I'm not an anthropologist, but I like reading about anthropology, and I think that how sad that would be to just watch these things that have shattered and died, these cultures that are just buried under rocks and dirt now. Anyway, and I like to leave it ambiguous on like where this all happens, like how this, like if this was written by someone in this current present empire or not, but it's, I don't know, somber.
The RCS eventually came to a stop. Wasn't entirely sure where I was, but hadn't much cared either. Figured I'd spend enough time feeling sorry
True.
for myself.
I do that a lot too.
This far by sitting around doing nothing.
That's true. You did a
Time
lot
to
of
get
walking.
out and figure out what I can do.
Mm-hmm. Learning to ask the right question.
Looks like a hub of some sort. Could probably take the RCS anywhere from here.
Hello. You're a person. Talk to me.
Step this way to validate route transfers.
Okay. I want to check out this other stuff first, though. Okay. Whoops. That takes me back outside.
You are not yet cleared for routes originating from Central Station. Please return once you have validated basic access privileges.
But I just got here. Don't. Okay, so I can. It's like immigration. You can leave but not, or arrive but not leave. Bethro's inventory. I have 2 out of 8 RCS stamps. Okay. I have no rooted hub keycards.
I'm not sure what this slot is for yet.
I have no portable. What the heck is this about? I have solved 3 out of the 8 oh my gosh. I have
I'm not sure what this slot is for yet.
Okay, and
I'm not sure what this slot is for yet.
wow, how many do I? 2 out of 8, and no. Wow, this is awesome. This is awesome. I'm excited. I see things to collect, and I get all freaked out.
We're working on providing service to new locations all the time. The way to validate additional route access is to enter an RCS passcode. Fill in the number of dials specified in the documents for each row and column. Press wait to toggle a dial.
Hey, I know these kinds of puzzles. Press wait. Okay, so there's 1 in each row. So boom, boom, boom.
See? Nothing to it.
I did it.
Additional access codes on RCS stamps.
Now I can put these thingies I picked up to some use.
Okay, did that... oh, right, because I've already found at least 1. Or no, I found 2. So these are, yeah, those special kinds of puzzles.
RCS stamps to validate additional route transfers. You currently have this many RCS stamps.
That is one way to not have to record anything useful whatsoever. Good job, team. Okay. So I have 1. That's good. Alright, so I got to do these little puzzles again. Alright, so if I wait, do I get a... Is there like a... Hold on. This puzzle is called a nonogram. Also a Picross, Hanji, etc. Yes, that's right. Picross puzzles. That's the word I was looking for. Alright, so I'm assuming that if these are my X's that like don't count, I'm going to hope that's the case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so the way I typically solve these puzzles is if this has 8, this means there are 8 in a row, and this one has like a 2 and then a 5 somewhere in here. So if this is 8, the worst it can be is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, but if this is the case, the only overlap if it comes purely from the other side is these absolutely have to be, and those other ones are question marks. So I know these. Oops. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this, so that makes these 2 have to be at least part of the solution. These guys, more mysterious. Now, this opens up a couple of possibilities here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so there has to be a space between them too. So let's assume that these bottom 5 are the 5 I need. It could also be these 5, because, okay, and then the 2 can be pretty much anywhere across there. It could also be these 5, and the 2 could still be pretty much anywhere. It could also be these 3 5s, so and the 2 would have to be forced on the other side. But it can't be the 4th 5. So the overlap of these 3 5s are these 3 points. Now the 2 can be here, here, and it can also... Okay, so... If this is the bottom one, it has to be here or here, here or here, or here. So yeah, it can take up all the spaces, and all of them are not absolutely required. Okay, the 6 can go on either way. It can either go 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5, 6. The thing it cannot be is this grass spot here. The 4 isn't helpful yet. The 6, once again, are these 2. This 8 must connect, so these 2 have to go together, and this sort of already is implied by that. I can also do this. This spot is also grass. This spot is grass. I'm assuming that these are X's. I'm really hoping I'm getting that right, otherwise I'm in trouble. Okay. The 6 here is either 1, 2, so that's grass, or 1, 2, so this is the grass. These have nothing in them, so they're all grass. This was also grass. Which means that this 8 is these guys right here. So these are all the ones. Because the rows with grass in it have told me so. So actually, I now know that this guy must also be 1 because the 6 has to spill over on either side. The 4s don't quite overlap yet. Oh, I do know that this is also grass. I was not paying attention to my columns here. Oops. This is grass. There we go. And these outsides are grass, so hold on. I know I probably don't need to do this, but this does tell me that these are all filled in as well, because these are 8. Alright. Now the 4, that means it can't be here. It can't be here. It's one of these two. The 5, in order to work, has to be like this, actually. It has to be this. Because there's no other space that actually fits that. The 4 has been accounted for, so these turn back into grass. The 6 now gets a little harder. Must be at least this guy. This 4 cannot be here, so this 6 must be at least here. This 6 is not this guy, so it must be this. Oops, there we go. This is 2, this is 5. Problem solved. And the 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, hey! Whew, that scared me. I unlocked the darts level. What does it mean? Alright, so let's keep moving down. I guess I can't do the 3 yet, right? That's just going to tell me that I need more cards. Yep, alright. But can I do 2? So that was an orb. That was okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I can fill in these all the way. I'm sure watching me do Picross puzzles is literally the most exhilarating thing on the planet. Okay. Now, these are, I'm assuming, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so... listen to me tap my keyboard with vengeance. Got this column all filled in. This one too, actually. And the same one for the top. 4, 5, we're good here. I'm just going to fill in the possibilities. Same basic thing, if these are all 5s. Whoops. Ah! If these are 3, this must be here, and this must be here. Because they have to be connected. This is not actually necessarily true. Hold on. I messed up here. They can come on the other side, I believe. Well, no, not necessarily. I don't think that's absolutely true because... yeah, no, this still obeys the 5 rule on top. So these have to be like this. So this is definitely like this. I was dumb. Okay. So this is still 4. And this is 3. Okay. And that means these all fill in like this. 5 here. Are these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? So these all fill in. This is a 5, so these guys are not candidates. 14. I've already, if these are 15, then these have to be it. Assuming this is 2. If this is 5, I've got 5 here, so this is, these are all taken care of. I don't actually need to fill in the rest. If this is, these are, yeah, just do that. I do believe this is the solution right here. Hey, it's a force arrow. I've unlocked Beathrow's mansion. Alright, well that was fun. Let's go on adventures.
Gather more RCS stamps to validate additional route transfers. You currently have this many RCS stamps.
Okay, did I, like, get my...
Can I convince the patrons at this point to abandon their plans? Maybe still save the surfacers, but not lock them all up for study? Probably not. I figure P1 has a similar slant to A1. He's afraid that the surfacers are too random and won't fit into the whole knowledge collection thing. So he wants us to calm down and behave. Not going to get anywhere trying to convince him otherwise.
Well, that's not true. You could threaten him.
Too slowly for any other big changes in the time remaining. What else could I do?
Threaten him. I guess I will... I've done my parking
I
validation.
don't have any ideas myself. I really need to talk to someone about this. With everything I've seen now, Half has got to listen to me. I can't imagine he'd go along with all this if he knew what was going on.
Probably
Maybe it's
not.
time to tell him who he's really working for.
Poor Half. He's in for the surprise of his life. Goodbye, train. This game has been super, super fun so far. Like, it's ridiculous how much fun I'm having. So, now I have a... What's Braxium below? I'm guessing I want to go to the DAA headquarters? Okay, so I have a little toggle thingy now. I've unlocked the tar recycling annex. Ooh, can I keep going down? On Dawdling River, that's interesting. Okay. Frozen Wood, the harder way, not just the hard way. Sun Island, looks like I've got... Okay, looks like I've lost my image for the Scorching Path, which is... And for... whatever. Something weird's happening with my save. It's not... Ooh! Oh, these are the things I've unlocked. Okay. Let's go to the DAA headquarters. Alright, Half, talk to me.
I told Half everything.
Wow, that was fast.
In the library, the conditions I'd witnessed in the hold, every little hint I'd seen during my journey.
Slavery's
Something
bad,
I'm
Half.
Sure he already knew. The DAA had no small part in the patronage's preparations, but even he seemed taken aback by the details.
That's what he did.
He'd been trying so hard to save our friends and families for years, so I didn't say anything when he asked me to wait here for
Years? That's how long I've been away? Jeez. He just doesn't talk.
I guess it was a few hours later when he finally came back.
Uncle,
Yeah?
please come with me. There's a lot we need to talk about.
Like your hairstyle, kid. Jeez.
It was true. All of it, Uncle.
Yeah.
I must have been blind. I never once questioned it. I want to save our people, not lock them up.
So do
So,
I.
uh-huh.
I don't have a clue how to do that. Who are these guys anyway?
Oh,
Explosives.
this is my engineering team. We've talked about what would happen if the patronage's plans were completed.
Bore him on the job. That's what I patrons like things orderly. We respect that, but nothing like building a hold for some surfacer governor to really keep the mental cogs greased. So yeah, we're well on board with the whole save the surfacers thing.
Well, I'll take any help I can get. But we need a plan. I can't do this alone, Half.
Well, first it's important that we get the word out to the surfacers fast. We need to tell them to steer clear of whatever the patrons have got in store and make their way somewhere safe when the turning happens. I can get you access to the RCS from where we can travel all over the
But I already did that.
Even with your engineers helping and access to the RCS, we're never going to be able to tell enough people in time. Especially if we have to meet everyone in person and explain the whole message.
Well, not with that
Well,
attitude,
why don't we write a
Beathrow.
message out
Gosh!
and distribute it?
Ha! Even then, we'd need a few thousand copies. We'd be writing up until the turning. You know one thing I've been missing? It was never really the Archivist's plan to kill off surfacers.
This is true.
It was just A1. He got his head twisted up somewhere and made the Archivists fall in line with it. But he's out on his own now, the lone nut job. I figure the Archivists might be a more reasonable bunch without him. Putting a few things together, maybe, just maybe, I can get a little help from them.
That just
They
seems
record-
crazy enough to
we sure have a
work.
message to record.
Good thinking, Unca Beathrow. But even if you do
Unca
persuade them
Beathrow.
to help, we've still got the problem of distribution.
You're right. A tireless army, happy to travel all over the 8 just because we ask it to, isn't something we can cook up from scratch. Unless...
Wait a minute.
Half? I think I may have an idea. But I'd better go find Archie first.
Holy butts. So much plot. Alright, where's Arky? He's kind of hiding around in all these rooms. I actually have no idea where Arky is. Probably not the DAA headquarters, right? Oh, that's where I just came from. Yeah, house in the forest? Arky, are you around here? You're the only thing left with a little sword attached to your icon. Doesn't look like it. Am I, like, dumb and don't see how to do these rooms or something? Like, is there a secret exit here that I just am blind and don't notice? Okay, whatever. I feel like that's maybe the case. Forbidden underpass. Oh, here we go. Archivist headquarters.
We have to stop using these truth vessels now. Truth and knowledge are not the same. Knowledge is something we can archive, whereas truth seems to be impossible to keep still. Every time we send out one of these horrid creatures, they come back brimming with some esoteric perspective that forces us to burn and rewrite our archives on a far too regular basis. There will come a point where this becomes beyond impractical. We can't possibly hope to acquire all knowledge if we're constantly having to change it. We are an empire of knowledge, yes, but we don't also need to be an empire of truth. We simply can't have both. I order you to wall up the old chemical vats and cease the use of that pointless recipe. As for those irksome surfacers constantly mucking up what is, well, I have a few ideas.
Okay, so this is... I guess someone asked that I talk a little bit more about the truth vessels. So do you notice how engineers and like... Okay, so everyone in the Empire, well, at this point, is Vatborn. And Vatborn people still seem to have, like, peculiar personalities. Well, the reason is that they're not actually machines. They're based upon, like, DNA recipes from people who actually existed. Like, you can't have a master of genetics without having genetic material. So it's not like that's completely different. But since you have such a good recipe, there's like no need to reproduce, and you can actually just, if you're good enough with that kind of thing, you can just create a whole system of people that possess certain traits because someone, being able to be near Sun Island, figured out and mastered genetics almost perfectly. And so whatever civilization did that, they made the vats, and bam, there you have it. You have engineers that sound surly and sarcastic because whatever thing is like correlations with personality traits are consistent. So whatever, they had some sarcastic engineer in which they just went with that, and now engineers are sarcastic. Or archivists are arrogant and whatever. Like, people just hold on to these traits that that they may have had in some other genetic system. Now, what's another example of that is like dungeon architects are based upon old hunter recipes. So this is not like a new thing that I've introduced. I didn't introduce this. That was introduced into the game. I sort of threw in a few clues to talk about it at earlier intervals as well. So, what are truth vessels? What are truth vessels modeled after? Are they also a genetic thing? Well, they can speak and they can do things, but they're really just modeled after people who want to seek truth. And truth is this really squarely term that isn't necessarily, it's not based around law, because truth is like connected to things like feelings and ethics and this concept that maybe, you know, the perspective and an angle of rhetoric depends on and can change truth. So a truth vessel is not necessarily a machine thing, but the process and mechanics in which this individual and who the truth vessel was modeled after, perhaps a star citizen or some genetic person who was just really excellent at finding and documenting things, this is, so, you know, we saw that experiment at the very beginning where all the truth vessels do the same thing. Well, yeah, they do. Like, genetics and mechanics, they have a process in which, like, that thought flow will go, and anything Vatborn is typically tries to avoid mutation, so it acts fairly consistently, and truth vessels are no exception. But you'll notice how truth vessels work. They don't know things, they go research things. So So, like, dungeon architects are like hunters and traps. Truth vessels are like grad students, but you know, they know how to work together. They can supply their research. And build other bits of themselves to sort of work together. Whatever genetic code was based upon this was perfected to a point of just making a perfect machine for doing research. So that truth becomes this sort of like explored idea and pushed idea as opposed to like a single fixed idea. And that's what makes truth vessels interesting, is that they can explore ethics and things like that, or really difficult questions that don't necessarily have right answers, like the pit thing said. And that they're willing to make more of themselves to make this process more efficient, simply for a practical thing of time, because that's what actually a person would do. So, yeah, truth vessels are modeled after the genetic code of someone being able to discover a reasonable defense. But since they're all based around the same person, they do things the same way. So that was sort of a red herring about their nature. A lot of people have thought that truth vessels are, like, a bunch of them failed miserably and that mutated into the pit thing, which is not a bad idea, and I don't want to say that's wrong, because I'm not really sure, but I don't want to say that's right either, because they're just a byproduct of experimentation, necessarily. Not that that can't lead to something better, but like truth and research don't necessarily equate to poetry and being imprecise and weird. And variable, like the pit thing is. So I don't really feel like even a bad batch of them is... So, I mean, I guess I could see that argument where, like, oh, they're truth, something goes terribly wrong there, and they're now addicted to not being truthful. So some sort of horrifying mutation. But pit thing calls their ability to make lots of themselves when there's a hard question a flaw. And that's sort of true in the fact that it's an unintended consequence of what this genetic code would do. So the flaw is a matter of perception at this point. So, and this all kind of connects here, is that the reason they're a problem when they do that is because truth is not necessarily a fixed thing, not completely, because depending on where you are and what you're dealing with, you experience variance, and truth within variance is necessarily variable, and occasionally this truth mutates, like genetics would mutate, so knowledge becomes complicated and weird and difficult to pin down because it constantly changes. Alright, anyway, enough on that.
Give up your sword and you can enter.
Sure, why not? Hi, Aki, old pal.
What do you want?
I need your help with something.
After all, you insulted me, terminated.
Poor guy,
I'm
he's
really
got
sorry.
feelings.
I was callous. I'm changing my ways. I'm sure you're a great guy. How about we just let bygones be bygones?
From your character profile, I somewhat doubt your sincerity.
I'm being straight with you, Aki. How can I prove it?
Seriously? If you really mean it.
I do.
I really need your help.
Well, it is true. I am a magnanimous fellow.
Thanks, Arky.
I know. I always come up with the greatest plans. You can bring me a gift to prove your sincerity.
That sounds great. I'll do just
Sure
that.
thing, buddy.
Okay, then go to the forest in the
Uh-oh.
southeast of Gotharid. Retrieve for me a certain lost object.
Oh no.
A dying doily.
No.
That's what I said, yes.
That might actually be difficult.
You help me, I help you. Take this portable orb with you and you'll be able to retrieve it.
Hey, I've used those before. Back in
I'll be
Journey to
waiting
Rooted
on
Hold,
tether
when I went
hooks.
on that tether hooks. Okay. So let's go up here. Where was that? The house in the forest. Portable orb. Now, where on earth would I use this? I honestly don't know. Maybe here? Maybe here? Maybe up here? What do? You just open all that stuff. This doesn't do anything for me. This doesn't help me. What am I using this for? Ah! Now that might be... Okay. Hold on. Let's zip around this level for a little bit. This might take a second. This part of the plot's like really hazy to me because I did significantly less work on it, so we'll just figure out, whoops, how it all comes together. Do-do-do. Why does A1 want the diamond doily? That's what I really want to know. I feel like this is a question for the ages. Kind of like an experiment for the ages, but more question-like.
Maybe this is the secret passage Aki was talking about.
Maybe. Oops, I bet I can do like a this thingy. Okay.
Good. The portable wall.
Hooray! Beethor, follow the secret passageway. And I popped out here. And, okay.
Now, where is that diamond doily?
Oh, I see. I'm on the opposite side now. Is there any other... Well, I'll just look around this, rest of this, everything. Oh, jeez. Actually, you know what? Let's do it this way. Dun 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 dun. This is my favorite song now. Probably not the smartest thing I could have done. Oh boy. I don't have a lot of time. How's this? Oh, I have a pickaxe. Well, that solves some of the mystery. Alright, I sense a problem that I should have not done it this way. Let's actually go in here. Must kill the root. Ah. Okay, so now everything should be fine. Alright. But now I have to deal with roaches with a pickaxe, which is okay. I think I can do that. Right. Oops, no sweat. And... was this intended? I feel like I see the... oh, no, so I can come back in this room and not have a panic attack. Got it. Okay. So much plot. Let's just keep checking things out. Nothing weird here yet. Ah! I am... okay, there we go. Unable to walk. Ow! Actually, nope, this is going to go long. Anyway, I'm going to stop here. Sorry I talked for 1,000,000 years. This has been your host, Pearls. I will see you all on my next video. Hope you've been enjoying yourself. Bye-bye.